Hello, I'm Chris Gray from the Indiana Memorial Union in beautiful Bloomington, and we have spring upon us now. We're going to be doing a few recipes, just 2 of them today for you. We'll do a pesto using fresh ingredients that are readily available this time of the year in Indiana. And then we're also going to move over to an asparagus soup. So to start, this is a very simple recipe, just a few ingredients. We're going to start actually with the oil in the blender first. I'm going to put in about maybe a 1/4 cup of oil to start off with. And then we're going to put in a little bit of the garlic. I want to put that down in there so it hits the blades. I'm putting in about 1 1/2 cloves of garlic. I'm also going to add some of the nuts in there. Now the nuts I've taken and I've actually have some that are already roasted, so I prefer to roast these in the oven just for a few minutes so that they get a nice golden color on them. Also makes them a little bit more aromatic, brings the oils out of the nuts as well. So I'm going to put in probably, let's say 1/4 cup of each one of those in there as well. 1/4 cup of the almonds as well as the hazelnuts. I want to get those down again along that blade so that it blends up real well. We do a pinch of salt just on top of that. And then we're going to wait on the cheese right now. And because the arugula and the kale are a little bit peppery, I'm actually not going to add any pepper to this yet. And we'll taste it in a little bit and then we'll add the pepper. So I want to give a quick pulse on this just to blend. And then we're going to start adding some of the greens. So we'll start with equal amounts of each ingredient. We're going to do spinach, and then we'll do some of the kale. All of these greens are readily available this time of year and throughout the year. Then the arugula. These greens all have great antioxidant properties to them, high in vitamins. Now to help this down a little bit, I'll show you a little trick. We're going to don't use a spoon. It's okay to use a ladle just to press down on it a little bit so that it can get into there. And at this point, I'm going to add just a little bit more oil. Your end result, you don't want to have over-oiled, but you do want to get enough liquid in there that it's actually moving some of the ingredients around, and then we'll slowly add more of the greens. Now we're going to add a little bit more of each one of the greens on top of that, just a little at a time. And a little arugula at the end, and we should be good. There we go. All right, the very last thing we're going to do is put some of this cheese in there. Again, this cheese is a semi-hard cheese. It's salty. It has kind of a grassy taste to it. It's going to give it a really great savory flavor to this. There we go. That's all we got to do. I'll pour it out and I'll show you what it looks like. You'll see as it comes out of here, it's a little bit pasty. You don't want to get it too oily. So similar to that, if you can see that in there. So we've got some croutons prepared, simple baguette, just sliced very thin, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper on it. So all I'm going to do on these is just take a little bit of the pesto, put it on top of each one. After we put the pesto on there, I've actually got another cheese that's a really great semi-soft cheese that we're going to put on top of here. This one is also from the same place. It's called an Amorabella. And the Amorabella is, it looks like a brie almost. It's kind of a sticky, soft cheese like that. And I'm just going to take that, set it right on top of each one of these. And we're going to toast this in the oven just to melt that cheese down just a little bit. Going in the oven, I have the oven set at 425 degrees. It'll only take about 3 minutes. All right, so here we are back out of the oven just a couple of minutes later. And we have these awesome little appetizers. Very savory. Serve them warm or at room temperature. And and there's a finished product.